So let's start with the remedy series once again.
Yes.
So today we will discuss remedies for education, right?
Yes.
This is one thing that the parents are generally worried about,
Yes.
especially in India where
Yes.
education has primary importance.
Yes.
Right. So
And also, many YouTube viewers have, asked for this.
question,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
yes.
let's take up that.
Yes.
Will this also cover something related to children in the fifth house as well?
Yes. 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 So basically, for education, we always pray to Devi Saraswati. So, any Saraswati Mantra, Saraswati Namastobhyam, Varade Kamarubini. So, either that mantra or Sri Saraswati Stotram, Shweta Padmasana Devi, Shweta Pushpo. So, those kind of mantras are fantastic for education kind of thing. And it is also believed that Hayagriva is the super boss of Devi Saraswati. So, Jnanandamayam Devam. So, that mantra is also fantastic for education point of view. So, these two things are very important from an education point of view. Second important thing is we need to first find out what is the type, what planet type is the kid. Okay. So, for example, from a retail perspective, it may not be very easy to figure out, but from a parent, every parent, sort of iterates and finds out that. So, for example, if the kid is Saturn dominated, then you will find that you should not multitask the kid. You should not give multiple tasks to the kid. You should give enough and ample time for the kid to learn. You should not put pressure in terms of 10 sums in 10 minutes kind of a thing, because that kid is completely different from a learning perspective. Right. So suppose the kid is the planet dominant planet is Mercury. If it is Mercury, then Mercury is a planet of jugglery. So the kid will be able to do 10 tasks at the same time. Multiple things. The kid will also be able to understand and comprehend at a very fast rate kind of a thing. So you should probably figure out what kind of a planet dominates the particular chart. Okay. And based on that, you can actually design the kids' room based on that. So for example, if you have a Saturn dominated kid's chart, then you can have a bluish black shade in his or her room. If it is a Mercury, you can have a light greenish kind of a shade. If it is Jupiter oriented, the style of learning will be completely different. So it can be, yellowish, orangish kind of a flavor in that kid's or his or her room. So that is very important from a kid's perspective kind of a thing. Third important thing is, the direction that the kid needs to sit and study is also very important. Okay. So ideally a table and a chair is good, but even if you don't have a table and chair, because there are multiple ways of studying. So some people like to, sleep and study. That's primarily dependent on the chart and the nakshatras operating in that particular. Some people like to, listen to music and do your math kind of a thing. Some people like to lie down. Some people like to, sort of sit and study. So depending on that, but the direction is important. Direction is northern direction or the eastern direction is very good for the kids' studies kind of thing. Fourth important thing is from an education perspective, we need to sort of bring in wisdom in that particular person. The purpose of education is to be a better person, right. Be wise and acquire wisdom and be a better person in life. So that is the ultimate, not get into an ego kind of a trip kind of a thing. So from that point of view, Gayatri is very good. So you sort of ignite your Gayatri mantra so that your 4 D's, Buddhi, Riddhi, Siddhi and Shuddhi. These 4 D's are sort of improved in your life. Vidya Gopala Mantram again is a fantastic Krishna Krishna Mahakrishna Sarvatikam Prasidame. So that mantra is also fantastic from a education per se kind of a thing. And finally, the 5th house and the 4th house are very important for education perspective. So if you see the Navamsha, not the Rashi, Navamsha chart, any planets in the konas, so 5th house, 9th house, they are the gifts from your previous births. Okay. So for example, if the kid has 5th house, Jupiter, that means the person is really blessed from a Jupiter's perspective. So anything related to, sort of largest, good thinking, anything related to, wealth, etc. is a blessing in that particular chart. Okay. So similarly, wisdom, Jupiter is also planet of wisdom. So wisdom is already there in the chart. You just need to activate that. So any planet in the Kendras or in the Navamsha indicates that you need to put effort.
Okay.
So suppose you have Saturn in the say 7th house in the Navamsha, it indicates that there needs to be considerable amount of effort for you to sort of bring in result. So if 9th house has say Sun, that means you are gifted with royalty in that particular chart kind of a thing. So that kind of a flavor. So any in the Rashi chart, any 4th house, 5th house, 9th house combination indicates a very, very prosperous kind of an education for the kid kind of a thing in the chart.